In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Chirrut Imwe from Rogue One. Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video, and as I mentioned in the intro, welcome to my review of the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Chirrut Imwe on that superb Rogue One card. And without further ado, let's take a look at that card right now. Alright, so he is on the Rogue One card with the Star Wars chase going around. We've got the Kenner logo at the bottom there, and there he is in his bubble with all of his accessories. We do have his bowcaster and his staff, and he is looking fantastic in that bubble. I think Hasbro have chosen a really good image for this card back, straight out of the movie. He's just about to battle those stormtroopers, isn't he, on Jeddah. Absolutely awesome. Great character from Rogue One. Really enjoyed the movie. And I'm really glad that we have finally got this figure super articulated. And I've got a feeling that this is going to be a very good figure. I can just see by looking at him in the packaging, the head sculpt's good. The photo real paint tech looks good on mine. And the soft goods and everything. I think we're in for a treat here, guys. I've got a feeling this is going to be a really good figure. VC174 in the line. You can see on the back of the card there the other figures in the wave, which I do have for review at some stage this week. Of course, we've got ARC Trooper 5s in the 3-pack. We've got Hondo Anaka in the Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. And of course, the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight is actually repacked from the Jedi Destiny 3-pack from last year. But what an awesome figure, and on the correct card back. And of course, we've got 4 figures from the previous wave there as well. Nothing else going on the card back, which really annoys me. But it's the front of the card back. Look at that. Just looks fantastic. They've gone with the green for the name pill and behind the figure again, which seems to be happening with a lot of the Rogue One figures. It's a bit of a weird choice, but I think it suits this figure really well. And that's it for the card back. Let's crack this figure open and let's check him out. Alright then, so here he is, Chirrut Imwe, outside of the packaging in a pretty decent pose there. Got him really nicely posed, just like he would be in the film, with his bowcaster there, as you can see. When he was sort of taking down those TIE fighters. Looks absolutely awesome. Really pleased with this figure. We're going to go through the sort of details of the figure in a second, but at the end of this video I'm going to put some images up, and I'm going to borrow them from banthaskull.com. I'm sure Chris won't mind that I do that, and I'll leave a link to the review of the Chirrut Imwe figure on the Bantha Skull website, so you can really see some of the images. They've got this guy in some serious poses, and it just shows how good this figure is, that you can get him into so many decent poses from the film, both using his bowcaster and his staff. So I really recommend you go and look at that website. The link's in the description below, but we're just going to take a look at this figure quickly now. Here he is. He's got a mix of soft goods and a plastic cape there, which is awesome. The plastic cape is part of his sort of bandolier stroke strapping that he has got going around his body there, which is pretty awesome. But I do want to take a look, a really close look up at the head sculpt, and take a look at the photo reel to see what sort of paint job I've got on my one. And I've got to say, man, they've done an amazing job. Really good figure. I personally think that this is probably the best figure that Hasbro have done this year, except for the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was, up until this point, was my favourite, but this one just knocks it out of the park. They've done a phenomenal job. Considering this is a 3.75 inch figure, I think that they've got the facial sculpt and the paintwork, at least on my one. I mean, I know that sometimes they can be a bit dodgy on some, but most are always okay. This one is really good, and you can really see his white eyes there. That really comes through. And I just think the face is brilliant. They've done an amazing job. Hair's all nicely sculpted in as well. You can see the really nice sculpting that they've done on his body and on his arms to make his outfit look wavy and ruffled, etc. Really good. He's got the strapping on his arm, as you can see there. And as you go round, he does have his gauntlet on his wrist and on his hand, which is pretty awesome. Really nice paintwork on there, very intricate. Very nice indeed. And then as we move down the figure, of course, he does have the soft goods skirt, I think you could call it, which is actually 2 pieces of fabric. We've got the red and the black overwrapping there, so really screen accurate And as if we lift that skirt up a little bit, you can see the sculpting on the legs that they've done there to really sort of get that detail out of his trousers that he's wearing. The articulation for this figure is insane for a 3.75 inch figure. The neck is on like a double ball or like a barbell joint. So he's got the one in the top of the head and then the one in the neck as well, like that. So you can get full range of movement all around the head. Can go back that far, not as far as I'd like it to go back, but you can get plenty going forward, side to side, all the way around. Very nice indeed. He does have ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows and wrists, so you can get him in all sorts of poses, which you will see when you take a look at the photos at the end of the video. But there you go. One of the great things about this figure is that the elbows do go past 90 degrees almost, so you can see there. That is awesome for a 3.75 inch figure, and that allows you to get him in to those poses, you know. Really good on both arms there. We've got wrist joints as well. They obviously swivel. And you've got the hinge there as well, so you can get him into that pose. And of course, the knee joints, they go past 90 as well. He does have the split at the thigh, ball jointed hips, and of course rocker ankles, which is so important for a figure like this. He's like that ninja type guy, so to get him into all those poses where he's fighting the stormtroopers, you really do need that sort of thing. Let's have a look at the accessory now. So there is his bowcaster. It comes in two pieces, so you just take this piece out of there like that. So you've got that one piece there and this second piece here. These do not fold in. They are like that basically. You can't really do anything with those, but you just put that piece in there like that. And then you've got both handles, and the good thing is that both handles fit very nicely into those hands of his, so that's very nice indeed. But there's some good paintwork going on the bowcaster. It's painted brown in the main. You've got some nice gold detailing there, and obviously the piece that goes across is completely gold. But very nice indeed. That moves slightly. It's got a bit of articulation, but that's a really, really good weapon. Looks really good, and you know, really screen accurate. The second accessory is his cane or his staff, and I love this thing. There's so much detail on there. It's not just one colour brown. They've got like a black on there as well to give it a bit of weathering, really give it that wood look. We've got the silver piece in the middle for the handle and the piece on the top. So in a second I'm going to get him in a pose where he holds onto the top of it just like in the film, but as I mentioned, stick around till the end of the video so you can really see those images from banthaskull.com. But yeah, fantastic figure. Really, really happy with this one. It's been a long time coming. And yeah, before I end the video, I'm just going to get him into the position with the staff so you can take a look, and then we'll end the review. So there you go. There he is with his staff, looking awesome. Just a great figure. So happy with this. And yeah, bring on Baze Malbus, please, Hasbro. We could do with him. His best friend. Now, I didn't mention before, the only possible downside about this figure, in my opinion, is the hard good capes or plastic cape here on the back. I could see that it would maybe be a bit restrictive just purely because of the length when you're trying to get him to do kneeling down positions, or you know, there's a bit in there, isn't he, where he's kneeling down with his bowcaster. I could see possibly that getting in the way, but any poses there where he's standing up, I mean, you'll see by the images that I'm going to go through on this video in a second. Absolutely fantastic. There you go. Awesome. All right then, so stick around for those images of Chirrut Imwe from the Vintage Collection. Thank you very much for watching this review. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like down below if you've enjoyed the video, and we shall see you on the next one.